Well, good afternoon. This is Wednesday Maths, and this maths is about equivalent lengths. Equivalent lengths. Find my draw pen. Equivalent lengths. The word equivalent means in equal value. And for example, 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. 50 centimeters is 500 millimeters. 100 centimeters is 1,000 millimeters, which is also 1 meter. Okay, your skills for today, well, the main ones, are going to be sequencing numbers. So, for example, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, and then 140, for example. Or 1 meter 10, 1 meter 20, 1 meter 30, 1 meter 40, 1 meter 50, 1 meter 60, 1 meter 70, 1 meter 80, 1 meter 90, 2 meters. Plus, you might be doing 3 meters or 4 meters, you'll find out. And partitioning hundreds, tens and ones. For example, 459, we can see by putting these numbers on H, T and 1, is 450 and 9. So 4 hundreds, 5 tens and 9 ones. And counting in equal intervals. So you're going to count in 1, so like 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 5s, 10s or 100s. And you're going to be counting in millimeters, like, for example, 24 millimeters. Counting in centimeters, for example, 24 centimeters. Or counting meters, 24 meters. But we might not get up so high. Let's see. Let's go on to the next one. Complete this sequence. We've just been doing sequences. Pause the video and you have a go. Right, so complete the sequence. 100, 200, 300, 400. This is counting in hundreds. It's counting in 100. So 400 plus 100, that is 500. And 500 plus 100 is 600. So that's counting in 100s. Let's put that there. Okay, how many hundreds are in 870? Well, if you put that here, you can partition it. H, T, 1 to be sure. So there are 7 tens. And in 100, there are 800. So how many hundreds in 870? That is 8. If you want to write it, 8. Complete the part-whole model. So we got 490. So there's 9 tens, so that's taken care of. 90 is 9 tens. And then we've got 100, so that is 4 hundreds. 4 hundreds and 9 tens equals 490. 409 tens. Let's go on to the next one, number 3. Equivalent lengths. So we need to fill in these spaces because some of it's been started but some of it has not been finished. So you pause the video and see if you can complete those. 0 meters equals 0 centimeters. You have a chart here to help you out. So pause the video and have a go. Right, so we're finding equivalent lengths, and remember, equivalent lengths, equivalent means like equal or having the same value. So 1 meter, if I look on the charts, it says meters here, all these ones here are meters, all these. I look at 1 meter and it tells me that is 100 centimeters, so I put that in, 100 centimeters. 2 meters is 200 centimeters. It's already completed, so I'm alright. 3 meters, let's have a look. 3, that's 300 centimeters. And then we got 4 meters here, so that says 400 centimeters. If I look, 5 meters, again, let me say on that one, that is 500 centimeters. 6 meters is 600 centimeters. 7 meters is 700, that's already complete. 8 meters is 200 centimeters. That can't be right. That can't be right. So now I'm going to cross that out and check. 8 meters is 800. So I'm going to write 800 cm. 800 cm. Alright, 9 meters is 900 centimeters. 900 centimeters, and 10 meters is 1,000. Can I fit in 1,000? 1, 0, 0, 0. 1,000 centimeters. So those are the equivalent lengths, equivalent values, equal values. Next. So 4 meters equals how many centimeters? Pause the video and have a go. Right. 4 meters equals so and so centimeters. We've got 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 4 meter, and underneath each one we've got 100 centimeters. So 4 meters is 1, 2, 3, 400 centimeters. We're just adding up these totals together, and we can write 400 centimeters. If you go back to the screen before, then you would see that matches up, and that is correct. 200 centimeters equals how many meters? So we've got 100 centimeters, 200 centimeters here. So that's equal 200 cm, and then we've got 1 meter and 1 meter, and that makes 2 meters. Ooh, excuse me. So 200 centimeters equals 2 meters. Let's go. All right. Partition the number below. They've started filling in the chart for us. This number from 6 meters going all the way down to 5 meters, and we've got here 520 centimeters. So we can partition that as, I can put 20 centimeters here, and I can put 500 centimeters here, cm, or I can put 5 meters in there, 20 centimeters. Right, that's how I partition that number. Maybe you've got another way of doing it, you could do that, but that's a clean way because I've just separated the hundreds and the tens there. Look at the next one. You need to pause the video and have a look at this. It says, which numbers are indicated by the arrows? Which numbers are indicated by these arrows? Now pause the video and have a look. Right. Right, so which numbers are indicated by the arrows? So we've got some information already. Well, this one is a bit moved over, but that's supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be 1 meter. This is 10 centimeters, and it looks like it's counting in tens. Why it's moved a little bit, let's see. Sorry, that mark. Some of these marks have moved, I don't know why. Move that down. Right, so that's our 2 meter mark, and this is our 1 meter mark. Right, so that's our 10 centimeter, and if we're counting in tens, so the next 10 will be 20, so I'd put 20 centimeters there, and then the next one will be 30. You just count in tens. If you know your tens, then you can be finding that quite easy. 40 centimeters, and the next one would be 50 centimeters, and then you would have 60, 70, 80, 90, till you get to 1 meter, which is 100 centimeters. So if you're ever come up with it against these questions, you can fill in all the gaps, and that'll make you feel a bit more confident. So I'll put the 60 in there, 70, 80, 90, and I probably don't have as much space as you to fit the cm. I'm just going to put cm underneath so you know we're talking about centimeters, because we have our reference point there. So that's from 1 meter, 1 meter 10 I say that is, 1 meter 20, 1 meter 20, 30, 40, 50, 1 meter 50, or 150 centimeters, 60, 70, I think that's 70, I know the arrow's moved, I'm going to call that 1 meter 70, 1 meter 70, or 170 cm. meter 80, 1 meter 90. So that's 1 meter 90 here, 1 meter 90, or 190 cm. Then we've got 2 meters, which is 200 cm. So those are the numbers that are indicated by the arrows. Sometimes an arrow, it might be in between. If it's right in between two numbers, then it's going to be like 5 millimeters. So this one is 1 meter, 1 meter 10, 1 meter 20. So in between 10 and 20 is 15. So that number would be 1 meter 15 centimeters. Alright, let's move on to the next one. And you partition this number using the models below. Pause the video and have a go. Okay, so we've got 316 centimeters to partition. I'm going to write that in there, 316 cm. So I think I'm going to put those down there, 16 cm and 300 cm, or 3 meters. So, and here we've got put through, oh, excuse me, let me rub that out. Yep, 316 cm, we've got to make that 3 meters and 16 centimeters. So that completes that. Let's go back to the beginning and remind ourselves this is equivalent lengths. So equivalent means equal in value. So 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. And you've seen how we've used our skills of going up in number and counting in meters and centimeters, partitioning, counting in 5s and 10s and 100s. Alright, so when you see your worksheet, you'll be doing more of that. Remember, you can look at the video again and see the steps, and you can look at the main maths measuring up video for some extra help.